What's happening, guys? RJ Rice here, and we are doing exercise of the week. The exercise this week is the plank. I'm going to show you 2 ways to make it more challenging. I'm also going to show you 2 ways to make it a little bit easier on yourself. But before we get to that, I want to show you 2 really important principles that are going to help you with setting a solid foundation for your plank position. Okay, so those 2 principles that we're talking about, first one is I want you to start from the bottom up, meaning I want you to start with your hips on the ground, coming up from the ground, not starting from the top down. So what we're doing is we're getting our elbows underneath the shoulders, and from here we're kind of come up onto our knees first, and then we're going to lift from our knees off the ground, getting onto our toes. The second principle that I want to talk to you about is straight angles. You're thinking straight line from the ear down to the ankle. So when you're in that plank position, you want to have a solid base, no butts in the air, no sway in the back, and you need to have a straight line in your plank. Did you feel me? As I mentioned, we're talking 2 ways to regress it, make it easier for you. If you're struggling with your plank position, here's 2 ways to make it easier. First way is going onto your knees. Now you're thinking, instead of straight line from ear to ankle, you're thinking straight line from ear to knee. So all I'm doing, once again, coming up from the bottom, and I'm just lifting the hips up off the ground a couple inches, still maintaining that straight line. You're not here with the butt in the air, you're here with that straight line from ear to knee now instead of ankle. The next way to make it easier is to go into a push-up position. You want to start on all 4s, and from here you're just picking your knees up off the ground, holding a push-up position. So now maybe you're thinking plank position might be getting a little bit too easy. You're able to easily hold it for 30, 45 seconds. Now we want to progress it, make it a little bit more challenging. I'm going to give you 2 principles to be able to use. First one is instability, the second one is movement, right? So I'm going to use a Bosu, and basically all we're doing is, because a Bosu is an unstable surface, and in a plank you're trying to stay stable. That's the whole point of the core, is to keep you stable. So with a Bosu, you have an unstable surface, so now you're getting into that plank position on an unstable surface. This is able to move around, making it more challenging for you. So that's the first way, is instability. The second way is movement, right? One of my favorites I'm going to show you is what we call opposite mountain climber. What it is you're moving your knees in the movement. So from here, I'm in my plank position, and now once again I want to maintain that plank position, straight line from ear to ankle, and now I'm simply bringing my knees up to the opposite elbow. I'm not thinking about speed, I'm just thinking about adding movement. When you add movement, it's going to cause you to get more unstable. You can do this on the ground, you don't have to necessarily use a Bosu, but those 2 principles, instability and movement. So there you got it. Thanks for joining us for the exercise of the week, planks. Yes, yes. Hashtag my parks. Yes. Yes!